The Raptors lose again. In Norman Powell's return, the Raptors fall 122 to 117 against the Portland Trailblazers. This team is a joke, bro. This team is a joke at this point. The playoffs are looking less and less of a possibility this season. The Raptors fall to 18 and 28, 10 games below 500. I believe they're about 2 games behind the 10 spot now. So they're 2 games out of even just the play-in tournament. The Raptors scored 10 points in the third quarter. After putting up a season-high 74 in the first half, the Raptors put up a season low in a quarter by putting up 10 in the third. How can you go from putting up 74 in the first 2 quarters to putting up 10? 10 in the third. The Raptors went absolutely cold. 0 for 13 from 3. 0 for 13. Pascal was really the only person that did anything in the third quarter. I believe he had 6 of the Raptors' 10 in the third quarter. Portland would go on a 14-0 run in that third quarter. And the Raptors got back in this game. 8-0 run by the Raps. They bring it to 1 following a Freddie 3. But then CJ McCollum, as he did earlier this season against the Raptors, decides to go God mode. Hits 3 straight tough shots, including a very tough and 1 floater that bounced on the rim about 75 times. So yeah, CJ did that. It wasn't even really Dame taking over. I mean, he hit 1 deep 3 in those final minutes, but it was really CJ. Norm didn't even go that crazy. Of course, Norm's return game. Norm finished with 13 points, 3 of 6. I mean, he did get to the line 9 times, and it was fitting that it was Norman Powell hitting 2 free throws to kind of put this game away. I mean, he missed 2 free throws before that, but he hits 2 free throws, puts this game away. Freddie almost gets a steal, and it was a 3-point game at that point. But, of course, he steps out of bounds. Just our luck. And the Raptors decide to have the worst quarter of the season in the third quarter and put up 10 points. They lose that quarter 23-10. All the other quarters, they only lost the second quarter by 3. By 3. They won the fourth quarter and they won the first quarter. They put up 41 in the first. But you can't put up 10 points in a quarter and expect to win. Especially against what's been a pretty elite team this season in the Portland Trailblazers. Why did I say it like that? I don't know. Pascal was great tonight. He continues to improve. Got to the line 10 times. His free throw shooting numbers have been seeming to go up like crazy. 26, 8, and 2 for Pascal. Pretty efficient. 8 for 16. Really efficient, actually. 2 for 3 from 3. Shout out to Pascal. Dude had a great game. Gary Trent was disappointing. He's been disappointing his first 2 games. I'm not going to overreact because it is just his first 2 games, but 2 for 10 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3, 6 points, 7 boards. Wasn't great. Played some decent defense, but shots weren't falling. He looked like he was kind of rushing things at points. Maybe he was trying to go off against his former team. I don't know, but some of the shots he was taking weren't the best shots, even airballed 3. Fred VanVleet struggled shooting the ball again. This dude just continues to put up bricks, but I'll give him credit. He showed up in the fourth quarter. He was struggling the whole game, but then hit a couple tough shots in the fourth quarter. Finished with 20 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 for 19, 2 for 10 from 3. Shots just weren't falling tonight. Chris Boucher was great off the bench, 18 points, 11 boards. Glad to see him get some more run because we saw last game he only got like 11 minutes and Baines got like 14. But yeah, 18 points, 11 boards, great energy. Not knocking down his shots, knocking down the threes. Rodney Hood actually came in and had a solid game off the bench. 13 points, 2 boards, efficient, 4 for 8, 2 for 5 from 3. Yeah, Rodney Hood, I mean, before his Achilles injury, he was a pretty reliable and decent scorer. Maybe he can get back to that somewhat with this Raptors team because they need it. They need it really bad. Obviously, no Lowry tonight, so that would have helped to have Lowry. But honestly, I wouldn't say the outcome would be any different if Lowry was in this game tonight because the Raptors just that third quarter was absolutely atrocious. You go from scoring 74 in the first half to scoring 10. That's an insane drop-off. Insane. The Raptors lose the rebounding battle once again. They were better in that department today, 47-45. The Blazers won that. But the turnovers, Raptors had 13 to the Blazers 8. And the Blazers were absolutely eating in the paint, 58 points in the paint. And that once again, this team just does not have a good big man. And it shows every single night. It's just so easy to get to the rim for any team that plays the Raptors. It's so annoying to watch. Penis Cantor. Yes, I just called him Penis Cantor. This dude was the most annoying person to watch I've ever seen in my life. 10 points, 8 boards. His stats don't look crazy, but it seemed like he was all over the place. Yusuf Nurkic, I mean, they have 2 really good bigs in Nurkic and Cantor. Cantor's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. And the Raptors don't have really any good rebounders, so that's a tough matchup for this team. Nurkic didn't go that crazy, 10 points, 4 boards. Lillard and McCollum combined for 45. Lillard had 9 assists in the first quarter alone, 9 in the first quarter, finished with 22 points. McCollum had 23, like I said, hit some very tough clutch shots. Derrick Jones Jr. came in for them, gave some energy, getting some boards. Dude can jump out of the building. Dude had like a 360 and 1 layup. He was hooping. I wrote OG is the only person on this team that can rebound because that's what it seemed like halfway through this game. I mean, he finished with 10 boards, but a lot of those were offensive rebounds. 4 of those were offensive rebounds. Yeah, OG was great tonight. 19 points, 10 boards, 3 assists, 1 steal. Pretty efficient from the field as well as from 3. Played good defense as always. But it doesn't matter because the Raptors lose and they continue to lose because they can't play good enough defense. Once again, giving up a boatload of points, 122 points. The Raptors of last year, you would not be seeing the Raptors giving up this many points. I mean, versus Phoenix, they didn't give up that much, but you think about versus Utah, you think about any of the games in that losing streak, they're giving up a lot of points. And that's the same story tonight. And the Blazers didn't even shoot the 3 ball that well. They shot 29%. This team is such a joke, man. Such a joke. Like, I don't even know what to say. Should this team tank? I mean, they've showed that they can be in games. They've showed that they can compete because these past 4 games have been against really good Western Conference team, the Blazers, the Suns, the Nuggets. I mean, they blew out the Nuggets and the Jazz. Every single one of those games has been close except for the Nuggets. So they've shown they can compete in these games, but they're one of the worst teams in the league when it comes to clutch time minutes. I believe clutch time minutes is like 5, a deficit of at most 5 with 5 minutes left. They showed a stat. I think they're like 29th when it comes to that, when it comes to clutch time. So yeah, they're competing, but they just can't close games because they do not have a closer. And that's been the problem ever since Kawhi left. We saw it in the playoffs against Boston. Kyle tried to be that closer at times. But it's really just all fallen apart this year with the loss of Serge and Mark. You're losing so much defense, and you still don't have someone that can be reliable and close for you. you don't really have a superstar shot creator like Kawhi Leonard. So, yeah, I mean, you look at Portland, they got two of them, CJ and Dame. Those guys can get you a shot whenever you want. And the Raptors don't. So that's just the way it is. That's the reality. This team sucks right now. Baines had a poster. I'll bring that up, I guess, over Norman Powell. I mean, it shouldn't even count because it's over. I don't know, man. I don't like Baines. I mean, I don't even want to go off on Baines too bad because he didn't even have that bad of a game. He had 2 blocks, 4 points. He wasn't that bad. I've seen him be worse, but he still can't hit a 3. What is it? What is Baines shooting? This dude's got to be shooting 15% from 3. Wait, where? Okay, he's shooting 24.7%. Nice, dude. Nice. We really, I guess us as Raptors fans, when we signed Baines, I guess we really thought he was gonna be like a 35% free throw or 3-point shooter, eh? That didn't turn out so well. There's nothing else to say. This just sucks. This sucks. The Raptors just continue to put themselves in a hole. It's going to be harder to get into that play-in tournament. They do play the Pistons tomorrow, so I mean, I'm not even going to say that should be an easy win. It should be, but we've seen this season that nothing is an easy win. So I'm not even going to say anything. I would not be surprised. I'm honestly expecting this team to lose tomorrow. I'm expecting it. Yeah. Shout out to OG. Shout out to Pascal. Shout out to Boucher. Shout out to Rodney Hood. Everyone else, you're garbage. Especially Gary Trent. I know you just got here, but not the best first impressions these first 2 games from my man Gary. The trade is not looking so hot right now. We got to see how it pans out in free agency, and we got to see if Norm, like how much teams would be offering him. I mean, it's probably going to be a lot, but still, it sucks. And shout out to Norm. I'm going to be rooting for the Blazers in the Western Conference. Let's hope Norm and the Blazers, hopefully they can make like a deep playoff run, and maybe Norm can win a ring. You never know. I mean, probably not, because everybody just decides to join either the Nets or the Lakers. Drummond went to the Lakers. Aldridge and Griffin going to the Nets. Like, these dudes just join. They're such ring chasers, man. There's no competitiveness in this league anymore. It's so dumb, man. It's so dumb. I'm mad right now. Super teams, man. Super teams. All right, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.